George Martin is the writer. He is English, and his first book, Game of Thrones, came out in 1996, which started his saga of books called A Song of Ice and Fire, which deals with a fantasy world in a main continent called Westeros, where it occurs most of history, and there are 7 houses, which are the most important and dominate the regions of the continent. The story begins with some night guards beyond the wall of Westeros walking and finding out that the legend about the Ice Walkers are very real and only one survives, but nobody believes him. The king of the 7 kingdoms, Robert, travels to the north to ask his best friend, Ned Stark, to be the hand of the king because the former has been murdered, and all begins in a political struggle and a lot of conspiracies and war. At the other side of the world, in another continent, are the last 2 survivors, and extinct house, the most powerful beyond the Targaryen house that wield the power of the dragons that now gone alone. The story revolves in all perspective. The story revolves in all the perspective of all the main characters, being the protagonist, Ned Stark, head of the House Stark, going with the King Robert to King's Landing, the capital of Westeros, where the king lives. At the other side of the world, in the continent of Essos, is the journey of the 2 remaining Targaryen members. Daenerys being the main character in this side of the story, and she's staggered being sold to a wild tribe of rich chief named Khal Drogo. The winter is coming. This is one of the most iconic phrases. Everyone is afraid of White Walkers. This is an old saying of House Stark, and Ned Stark told this to his family and friends, implying that indeed winter is coming. But this is not a common winter. Some of the old legends in Westeros speak of the White Walkers and the long night to bring with them. But there are only legends, right? Once you accept your flaws, no one can use them against you. This quote is by Tyrion Lannister, dwarf from the richest families of Westeros, and he knows what he is. Everyone made fun of him because of that, but he can't be hurt. He just be embarrassed for it and just move on.